as always, that music gets us prepped and primed for what we do here daily. Um, Welcome again, everyone. This is the Hustle Brothers Live, aka Haste Club. We do have our amazing and wonderful friend here on the con tonight, Francisco Ramirez, leading in the charge, being the great, amazing leader he is. We had Jacob on last night with us. It was a great show. Thanks again, Jacob. And again, as always, guys, please, if you want to jump on, this is an open forum. You are welcome to come on, give your 2 cents, come live. Love to have you. But in the meantime, we've got quite a few things to cover. But until we get that far, let's ask Francisco just how he is doing today, my friend. How are you, Francisco?
Hello, everybody. Doing great. Didn't feel that great this morning, man. But Rock Lab with their numbers today, man. Waking up this morning to that city upgrade 50, bro. I mean, right before the market opened, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. At one point, I thought it was gonna go all the way up to 45 by closing, but I'm good with 43. And then after the market closed, we got some more news from Rock Lab. So we're probably gonna go through
Well,
later.
dude,
Was
let's be fair.
excited.
Let's be fair, bro. You called 43 about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
I
man.
can
Like,
show I can show it right in my chats, and you were 100% right, and your reasoning behind it was 100% right. The funny thing is that um, a lot of the catalysts are still yet to be announced. So I think we're still early. Yeah,
right.
valuation's a little high, and people are thinking, yeah, there's going to be a big pullback, and that's possible. That's possible. But we're holding. You guys know I don't like the numbers, but I do know my charts, man. I do know my charts. And once we broke past that 40, 41 level, um, we're seeing that resistance line. It's been kind of hard to go back below that. That's just that's not financial advice, just my opinion. But we give credit where credit is due, and Francisco did call this out. Jacob talked about this. Benny the Bull, King Bimo, all you guys, man, in the chats, as we know, tatted. We talk all the time, but um, hey, man,
That's
celebrate,
the shots.
right? We were right. We were freaking right, man, and it feels good. So yes, let's celebrate.
Yeah. I want to say hi to everybody. You got the same people heroes. You got Liam on the shot saying hi. You got he said my boy. So we got Best CNC. He's saying we're kissing the 50 by Friday. I think we're kissing it by tomorrow, bro. I think this thing is gonna pop quick. And Savage Faith Creation. She said hi. Uh, June is right there on the shots. I know you love June, Chris. That's
Always
another
a favorite.
girl
Always
yeah,
a
one
favorite.
of the
Yeah.
favorites. I know you, June, Olga, your favorites. Well, I didn't see Olga
Olga,
on the shots,
Olga,
but
the
I
Latino
know it.
mama. We love Olga. She predicts everything. Matter of fact, Olga, um, hey Olga, give us your prediction. Because you're the good luck charm, man, and you are right like 99.9% of the time. But hey, we're not gonna hold you to it. We never do. But let's have some fun. Uh, is it Monday or is it Wednesday? I don't know. I've been drinking all day. But hey, what is price target for Friday, Olga? What are you thinking, sister?
I
You're
don't
a
know.
hustle
I know
sister. We're all hustle family
uh,
here. Hustle brothers,
oh,
hustle
look,
sisters.
wait. I got a surprise for you, Chris. I got somebody in for you. We got somebody. Look at this.
Hey guys,
Hey, Brad.
Oh
How
shit!
you doing,
that
Brad?
what's going
is
on?
awesome. That is awesome.
I told
Love
Chris
it,
I'd get on here, so I had to make an appearance. Today was
That's
a
awesome.
man.
great day to do it.
Yeah, perfect day to do it, bro.
So can we bombard you with Palantir questions, or are we just supposed to sit back and drink beer and laugh? I mean, you know my thesis, but man, I'm so glad you're here, bro. Love it, love it.
Yeah,
Y-
welcome, man.
Yeah, thanks guys. I don't think this crowd would be too interested in Palantir questions on a day like today with Rocket Lab, but maybe
Probably
another
not.
day.
No, no, no doubt, no doubt. But we've touched on their supposed upcoming partnership with Anduril and SpaceX. So it's not too far fetched to think that maybe Rocket Lab would partner up with them. Um, and we'll do it early now, but we got you on. What I like to do with new guests is, hey man, think outside the box, think something a little crazy. We're not going to ask you for receipts or anything crazy like that, but let's just have some fun and think what would be the possibilities of a partnership with a Palantir and Rocket Lab, and what would be the advantages of that? You're the best guy for this, bro. Sorry to ask you, but you know how to do it.
No, I mean, Palantir is great for complex supply chains. So I mean, that's the number one. That's like the picking the easy berries off a tree or whatever. Complex supply chains. With all the different parts and the manufacturing of these rockets, that's where I would go when I look at a partnership for Palantir. But I think Francisco might know. I think Palantir is planning on being like the whole software for the new the Space Force.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Palantir has been in the Space Force and the Air Force. They have a lot of DoD programs already. I kind of so wonder, like, it's really interesting, like the way they do stuff. Like, pretty much connect a bunch of different databases and stuff, and you get all the information just through the one that Palantir has. It's actually really cool. I didn't play with it. I saw it briefly, like for a few hours, and I'm like, that was pretty cool. I was in the Air Force though, but it's same. Like, I'm sure the Space Force is gonna get into Palantir.
We've
Palantir's
got
like the best out there.
we actually have Brett on with us live. This is crazy. I've been waiting for this for weeks. I've asked him. I know he's super busy. I think he probably has like yeah, dude. He has like 15 jobs and he's probably beating Vince and the amount of kids he's trying to produce. I don't know what he's doing, but he is way busy. Love the fact you came on, bro. Super surprised. Made my day. I needed that. Thank you so much, man. And yeah, we're not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say bore because a lot of people in here for Rocket Lab they see the potential in Palantir. So seeing that correspondence, seeing that possible usage for the future, whether it's a SpaceX or ASTS, that's good information, especially for new investors. And that's what a lot of this is based on. Is for you and I and Francisco, we can talk about this stuff until we're blue in the face. But if you're a brand new investor, this is all new information for you. And this is what a lot of this is kind of focused for, is the newer people, because we all made mistakes. I know you made mistakes. Francisco made mistakes. We talk about it all the time. I mean, hell, I invested a lot of money in Virgin, lost my ass. Wasn't the best decision, but I learned the hard way. So yeah, man, thanks so much for coming on.
But like for Palantir, like remember I talked like 2 years ago, man. I really, because I invested in Palantir too. Now I'm out of it. Like I sold everything. I think the last bunch I sold was like 120 something, 130. I'm trading it now, the ups and downs. But I had a lot of shares of Palantir at one point, and I always wanted Rocket Lab to get involved with Palantir. Like, oh man, that would have been like a really cool partnership to see, but it never happened. I think they work with SpaceX, don't they? SpaceX uses Palantir, don't they?
They do. And actually, Brett, I've got a question for you. All right, so let's take Palantir out of the picture for a second. And we know what Rocket Lab is trying to plan in the future, at least to a degree. And we've got the new acquisitions coming up, and they are getting a bit into AI. Not that Palantir is 100% AI. I mean, I do mostly understand the company, but as an investor yourself, and looking at Rocket Lab and looking at the potential for AI in a company like a Palantir or possibly someone else, what advantages, if any, do you see moving forward that Beck might be thinking about? Again, outside the box, no receipts, just moving forward with more of whether it's a Mynaric or a GEOST or I don't know, even a Photon, but getting AI more involved in the company?
See, that goes back to my prior thoughts of like just increasing margins by on the supply side and manufacturing side. I mean, that's where my brain goes. I'm sure there's some, maybe Jacob would be better at inside, in orbit on the satellite side, like what kind of what they could use there. But obviously, the easy money is in optimizing the supply chain and getting those margins up on the manufacturing side.
So supply chain, and I didn't mean to cut you off there, but we talked about Flatellite yesterday, and Beck and Spice both said mass production for Flatellite. So you're looking at the majority of the parts needed for Flatellite is going to be done in-house. So we're looking at mass production, availability. Sorry, but just another quick question. We don't get you on, so I'm sorry to just throw questions at you, but I love this. 30 seconds on Flatellite.
Oh God. Well, going back to before, yeah, mass producing Flatellite, but even using AI to ramp up that Mynaric, those terminals. Just there's so much production around the company, not just in rockets, like just in all the little subsystems. So that would further my point. But Flatellite, yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously they have plans to probably use that for an internal constellation, right? So, and I'm in the belief they're going to have multiple constellations eventually, years down the line. I think they're going to start with the U.S. government one, work with them and have them subsidize and get them into the constellation game cheap. That seems like it's up Peter Beck's alley to me. And then they'll probably spin off and in years to come have some new technology and kind of work a commercial constellation in there.
I agree 100% with you, man. That's the same exact thing that I said last night. I'm with you 100% on that one. I agree,
bro. I can show you
with
chats.
Palantir and the supply chain, man. That would be great, and that's kind of like what I wanted. Because didn't Airbus pass Boeing using pretty much Palantir?
Yes.
In the Airbus supply chain was like golden for them. So yeah, I agree with you, Brett. But I don't know if they're going to use them now.
100%.
I think actually like Rocket Lab is hiring people for their own AI, right? Like I saw like 2 weeks or something. Somebody posted the alternatives.
All day.
I wonder if they could integrate their software with some AI too. Like I wonder if that could bring some benefits. Obviously, we know their software is great with Firefly landing on the moon.
Right.
And they're managing, other companies' satellites up there. So I wonder if they could bring some benefits with that.
Yeah. And a lot of other companies too, right? I mean, a large percentage of what was put into space last year had Rocket Lab labels on it. And you spoke of Firefly. We know Firefly is going to be building and hopefully soon launching out of Wallops, right next to Rocket Lab. And I think most of you already know right now we're working to get a representative, if not the CEO of Firefly, right here live with us at the Hustle Brothers. For all of us to call in, join in, ask a bunch of crazy questions, have a few beers, have some fun. But look, man, we do not get Brett on here. He's got no time. You guys know I can't see the comments, but if there's questions for Brett, let's read them all. Brett. Let's do it.
Brett, what do you think about today and the price today? And you think we're gonna go higher? I mean, you think we have a chance to pull a Palantir here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm having like flashbacks to Palantir. Everyone's starting to call it overvalued, and people are starting to write, cover calls, get blown out of the water, starting to trim their positions. And what we saw with Palantir was, with these growth companies with so much potential and all these catalysts, sometimes the stock can just keep on running no matter how much you call it overvalued. So I would hate to see everyone start to trim their positions 20 to 50%, and it just keeps running. I have flashbacks to Palantir with that. So I don't really try, and I don't even do a lot of valuations. You know, if the company itself is performing and the earnings are good and they're saying what they're gonna do and I can see the vision, you know, I just keep holding. I mean, what am I gonna do if it's $5 billion? I don't know. If it's 15 or 20 billion dollars today, it doesn't matter. I see this going to 150.
Right.
So
Well, what you're going to do is you're going to call Chris and go, "Hey, man, I want a sweet waterfall and koi pond in my backyard because I just nailed this thing." You know what I'm saying, bro? I get exactly what you're saying because you guys know I was buying Palantir at like 24, 23, all the way back down to 7. Same thing with Rocket Lab. I bought in when it was VACQ. It's back, and I was buying it at 15 and 18. Followed it all the way back down. And yes, currently Palantir is overperformed Rocket Lab. And I can admit I don't know enough about Palantir to give any solid advice about the company. But thankfully, I've got people, you know, like Mr. Krieger here that I trust in. So yeah, I bought at 7.24, sold it about, I don't know, again at 30, bought back in at 42, and everyone said I was crazy. They're like, no, it's going to fall back down. Well, I sold it at 78, and I'm still mad. I'm really mad right now because, well, where are we at right now? I mean, I'm selling at 78, and we're at what, 130, 140. I don't know. I didn't see it today. Some of us have to work,
Wow,
but
it's almost 150 today, bro. That thing like
that's
popped 50.
crazy. I don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. But the beauty of it is, man, the beauty of it is that with a lot of this stuff, whether it's a Palantir or it's a Rocket Lab, um, we look back at Tesla 5, 7 years ago, and they're the same kind of prices, 16, 18, 20 plus dollars or whatever, and everyone doubted them. But there are people, much like you guys in the chats, that are going, I see a lot more. Now I know that currently right now, at least for Rocket Lab, maybe Palantir, I don't know as much as Brett does, but as far as valuation, we're kind of high. We're kind of high. Seeing a slight pullback, or even a big pullback, yeah, it's possible. But this is a long-term hold for 99% of us. So we're looking at 3 or 5 years now. So right now, you look 3 or 5 years out, this current price is pennies on the dollar of where it could be.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Exactly, Chris. And is a $20 billion valuation rich for Rocket Lab right now? Yeah, probably. But unless you're planning on selling in the next year, like,
Right.
why? I mean, look where the company's gonna be in 5 years. We're gonna be scaling Neutron. We're gonna be a part of the Golden Dome. Haste is gonna be going crazy. We're gonna be getting a constellation up in the sky, and look where SpaceX's valuation is with a lot of that.
Exactly.
400 billion. Why are you gonna? You're gonna sell now because you think it's overvalued a little bit? It doesn't make
Hey,
sense.
Francisco, he just said SpaceX and Haste in the same sentence. So should we be kind right now and be easy on him, or should we ask
I'm a
him some
rookie.
Haste questions?
I'm a rookie.
Come on, bro.
More Haste, man. Can you
You're not a
imagine?
rookie. You're not a rookie. Don't give me that crap, bro. You are a freaking legend.
But
Come on,
I got
man.
a question for you guys. So, could you guys imagine if we had the Haste launch last night? What would the price would be today? I mean, we know it dives like after launch, so I don't know, like what.
17. 10.
I
No,
think
I'm
would
just
have hit
kidding.
45.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So I have a question for you guys too. Then, do you think we saw after hours the was it the Neutron FCC approval?
Yeah, I have it here.
Was
Yeah,
released.
I can.
So do you guys think a lot of the run we saw today was like some insiders knew?
I probably I think I swear a lot of people get these insights before we do. Like I think Wall Street get news before we do. That's just how it is. But I don't know. Also, City obviously upgraded their price target to 50 from from the 30s. That was a big jump too. So I think the jump was from City at the beginning. I don't know if it was from the news. What do you think?
When it
Chris?
comes to when it comes to news, like I said this yesterday, I'll say it every day. And we joke about this a lot, but I call them analysts. Um, Guys jump on CNBC just like somebody jumps on the news and predicts the weather, and they're wrong all the time. I love Tom Lee. There's very few analysts on any any podcast or any kind of news station that I listen to that I agree with. Um, I listen to you guys. I honestly do. This is where the best information comes from. This chat comes from you guys. That's where the truth comes from. Um, that's just reality. It is it's proven true. You can go look at my past posts. I share you guys stuff all the time because it's factual. Um, because you do the research, you have the best insight. We share all the information together. It's it's easy to get caught up, in the FOMO, but you got to be real. You got to be realistic. Uh, I love the Bears. I do. I love the Bears. I love the hard questions. I love the stuff that says, this might be delayed or this might be happening, because I want to be a smarter investor, and and I like the tough questions. I really do. Having you guys on, man, I'll say it like 10 more times tonight. This is a lot of fun. Thank you so much. It don't get much
What do
better.
you think?
What's that?
What do you think, Brad? You think it was the news, or you think it was City, or that combination?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a combination. I think City, $50 price target definitely gave it a little boost. But then we saw it kept running, and we didn't really see a big move after hours. We're actually down a little bit after hours.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would say combination.
Yeah. Oh, it came back up. It was down a lot after hours, but it's back at 43.17. It went into the 42, so it came back all the way up. It's only down 4 cents now.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless we see a big jump tomorrow morning, I'm assuming it
Yeah.
was baked in by others today.
Yeah, I put up that what he was talking about, like after close, and right, we have that news that FCC, the authorization from FCC for the launch, for Neutron launch. What do you think about that, Chris? You must be crazy.
Man, I was actually I was talking to Wallops Vantage. You guys know Wallops Vantage, right? He's actually a kid. He's a minor. I think he's like 17 years old.
No way.
Yeah, dude. He's young. He's young. So he's way ahead of the game. So yeah, I invited him out to the Neutron party, and he was like, "Well, I'm a minor. I don't think I should be." Like, no, dude, it's a private party. Come on out. We're gonna have fun. No big deal. Um, but yeah, he's a local, even more so than I am. So he's very close. So yeah, we've got delays. We don't know what all the problems are. Some of them were weather, but that was not the only problem, apparently. But nothing official has been released, so I'm not going to speculate and get people upset in the chats. But yeah, very soon we will go live, whether it's Electron or Haste. He's very local, so we'll come on live here on YouTube, and he'll put his phone up, and we'll blow it up, and you guys can see, the first Haste launch from Wallops, live from just us. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, it happens before the Neutron party. But
should. I hope it does.
Yeah,
we're getting close, man. We're getting close. It's July, August, September. Oh yeah, by the way, August is my birthday, and I wear a size 10 in Rocket Lab shares, so you guys can buy me a size 10 in Rocket Lab shares. But no, seriously. So fact is, I'm coordinating with the core memory group and Ashley Vance for the ideal timeline to have this party so that he's available. And we're looking at the end of September, first, maybe even second week of October. But yeah, that's definitely going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. That's going to be a lot of fun. There's a few people I've talked to already in the chat. You know who you are. There's a few extra perks. But Yeah, we'll be going live from Wallops. We're not doing, we're not trying to do a launch or nothing like that, but it's just a big investors party. So I'll leave it at that. And, as we continue on, we'll add more to it as we go along.
You need to tell him to bring some of his crew and film a little mini doc for the retail investors at that first launch.
Man, the messages I get from people is ridiculous. It's crazy. Honestly, people are coming from New Zealand, Denmark, Sweden, all around the world. It's insane. And no one's asked, they're not asking me going, hey, can you do this for me? They're asking, what can I do for you? Fool's Gold. I'm going to call you out, Fool's Gold. Here we go, buddy. Fool's, I think when we hit like 27, 28, he said, I'm going to buy all the drinks for the party for both nights. That's a lot of money because I'm Irish. Bring all the champagne, bring all the booze. And yeah, there's a few Irish people out there that it's going to cost you some money there, fools. But the fun part, man, is we're coming back. We're coming together as a community, and we're going to grow the community. It's not just about one or two people; it's about all of us. Because if we all work together, we see what we're doing right now with Rocket Lab. Man, I've seen you guys. I've watched it the last 2 weeks. 6, 7 figures. You guys are loving life, and I'm so happy for you. I love it. I honestly do, man. I freaking love it.
Yeah, and speaking about the retail community, I think Rocket Lab definitely has one of the top retail communities, not only in terms of like building a community, but in terms of research. And it brings me back to a lot of the early Palantir days where, there's all these chats going on, just sharing research and sharing ideas with each other and kind of being there when the stock's up or down, and it's formed a good community. So I think a lot of people are looking forward to that maiden launch, not just to see Neutron lift off, but just to meet everyone in person. I think it'll be a special time.
You know how many times that me and Francisco and Johnny have talked each other out of selling or buying, just privately? Like I'm selling it all today. I'm like, no, don't sell nothing. Just hold on. And then a week later, they're going, yeah, I love you guys. I'm glad I didn't sell. Um, we all get emotional. We get attached, unfortunately, um, especially when it's a company, or a division in the stock market that you're really passionate about, and you do fall in love with it. It's hard not to, right? It's very hard not to. So yeah, the emotions do take control from time to time, um, but it does help having this community, right? I mean, because again, there's days that I wanted to sell, and I'm like, hey, Francisco, I'm selling everything. He was like, you're an idiot. Don't sell nothing. Just turn your phone off. Um, so yeah, it's not just one of us, man. It's all of us. It's all of us.
Yeah, definitely. And I see Francisco left. He left us.
He probably went to either walk his dog or probably walk his dog. Um, he tends to do that. This Francisco, man, he'll come up and he'll just like drop bombs and then disappear for like a week, and we have no idea where Francisco is. And he's on vacation somewhere in some island or some different country. Um, and I'm not allowed to say where he's at because I know where he's at, but I'm not allowed to say. And we're like, "Where's Francisco?" I don't know. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, that's just typical of Francisco. But bro, again, um, I can't, dude. You're on here. You're here. It's you. You're right here, and you're talking to me, and it's awesome. Um, I don't know if you can see the chats. I can't see the chats because everything, as you know, I do is off my phone. If you can see the chats, you see any questions, anything you want to address, let's do it.
Yeah, I'll go through
Um,
them for you.
awesome.
I mean, we got Sponge Rob saying a quick hello. Some crazy movement today. Vast CNC has a question. He says, "Any pie in the sky acquisitions you want to see? Do you want to see any acquisitions?"
I do. Actually, so Liam's been on vacation, and I can't say where he's at. Like I wouldn't say where Francisco's at right now. Um, uh, but we are. Yeah, man. Next week is gonna be amazing. I can just say that. You guys know that we're really good at not releasing our sources and our locations and how we get some of our information. Francisco knows Brett, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's important to protect those people. So we have to be very careful about what we say and when we say it and how we say it. But yes, very, very good question. And I would say tune in next week because we'll be diving into that for sure.
And yeah, Olga said Wallops Vantage is actually in high school. And June went on to say that we were talking about the price movement at Rocket Lab. June thinks she would like to see it just go up steady and form a new level or a base and hold that for a while instead of getting out of control.
Yeah, I wanted to go back down to 4. That's what I want. Sorry everyone, but yeah, no, I agree, June. And props and congrats, and please do celebrate. We are looking golden, and we're just getting started. Yeah, I want to pull back because I'm greedy. We all should be greedy. We all know what's look again. 5 years from now, this is pennies on the dollar. So, yeah, we should all be celebrating.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a dip too. I mean, I'm pretty good about dollar cost averaging when the stocks go down, but it's when they rip, and I know they're going to be a lot larger in the future. But for some reason, when they start ripping, I struggle dollar cost averaging up. I've done that with Palantir. I've done that with Rocket Lab. I've done that with Tesla. For some reason, I have a hard time just dollar cost averaging up.
I think we all do it. We get excited, man. That FOMO again, it's emotional. We get attached to a company. We get an emotional connection to the CEO, and that can be detrimental to our better thought process when it comes to investing. But at the same time, if it's a good company and you really believe in them, then you're going to ride through the hard times. So while it can be a negative, it can also be a positive. It just depends on, I think it depends on the person, the culture of the company itself, and the long term outlook of each company.
Yeah, and I give a lot of conviction to most people that hold Rocket Lab. Everyone at least in that group chat. I can't say much about the group chat. What's said in there can't leave, or else we'd all go to jail. But
I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, it's Vegas, baby. It's Vegas.
Yeah,
that group chat, that's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
We can't. Yeah, we can't.
if that gets leaked, we're all in trouble.
Yo, God, Lord, God,
you guys
please.
planning a Vegas trip now? Well, what did I miss? I just had an important phone call. Sorry.
Now, I mean, I was just going on to explain, the conviction everyone holds in Rocket Lab. I see a lot, a lot of my friends, for example, in my personal life, want to buy stocks just because I'm in it, but they have no personal conviction. So when it drops, they want to sell it. When I'm like, no, you should be buying more.
That's right.
And then Chris said
I have
something
a
about
story.
and then we're all going.
Yeah, that, and he also said that our comments and our well, you're in the same space we are on X, and as far as our group chat, yeah, that stays there. That's Vegas, baby. They don't leave the chats. Just like some of the stuff you and I and Mr. Johnny talk about. Yeah, we all have our levels. We all have our spaces. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Definitely a reason for that. You got we always protect our sources, man. We always protect our sources, and we always give credit to the people that give us the information. A lot of times I find something and it comes from Francisco, or it comes from Tran, or it comes from Brett, or it comes from Jacob, and I'm like, hey, Jacob found this, or Francisco found this. It wasn't for me, but you know, you got to give credit where credit's due.
I agree. But I have stories on that, right? It's the same thing. Like I found Rocket Lab when it was like obviously SPAC, and then when it was coming down at 4, I was still in the military. I told some chiefs and some people, man, you gotta get in it. Some people did. Some people still hit me up. But I got my barber, bro, to get in it. And he bought a lot actually. And he hits me up. He's like, bro, I made so much money. I'm like, it is crazy because some even like my older brother didn't want to really get into it like that. He bought a little bit, and I know he hates it. They went up so much. But like my barber, he just texted me this morning. But he traded a little bit. He sold like I think 2,000 shares, like when it was 39. And he texted me this morning. I'm like, oh, what did I do? He wanted to do like a quick play, like thinking that it was like on the top and like rebuy. And he's like, oh man, I missed it. Like I didn't know what I do.
So do you
But
get free cuts now?
Bro, no, true story.
no,
True
he's
story.
not giving me free costs. It's a good dude, man. I still pay him, but he should have, man. Like I'm telling you, he bought thousands of shares. He makes good money, bro. Like he made good money. And then there were some people that I told, like, and they bought quite a lot of shares, but it went up a little bit, even like 15. Like you said, they sold. I'm like, why do you sell, man? Like you should have kept it in the stock. I'm like, they don't have the conviction, like you said, like we do at least. Like we're just holding it because we know it's gonna keep going up.
It's why it
Yeah.
helps with your own DD, you know, your own research.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bro, I had a client, true story, had a client 18, 20 months ago, built my big ass pond, big ass fucking pond, right? And so I'm there for like 3 weeks. This is a big pond. And I got to know his wife and his kids, and we started talking about stocks. And I was like, man, you got to invest in this company called Rocket Lab. And he's like, yeah, okay. Well, about maybe like 4 or 5 weeks ago, he texted me out of the blue. He's like, man, I just made a crap ton of money. So I just want to thank you. And I was like, you want to know the water feature? He was like, yeah, let's talk. Because, dude, we were right. We were 100% right. We did a research. It wasn't just a guess. It wasn't a hope. It wasn't a dream. We did a research, and that's what it all comes down to. Especially, again, if you're a new investor, you're new to this channel, investing comes down to very basics. Do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Francisco. Don't listen to Brett. These guys are brilliant. They give me information every single day, but I'm wrong all the time, and they'll tell me every day just how wrong I am. But yeah, research, always research, because you never know what you're gonna find.
Chris, you love this. You know Olga. I got Olga into Rock Lab,
Nice.
but you didn't know that.
I love Olga.
Yeah.
Olga is my favorite.
She's a sweet person. She's very sweet, yeah.
Dude, she's like the #1 fan of the channel. She always shares. Yeah, we're gonna hook Olga up for the Neutron party. We're gonna hook Olga up. We got a few surprises for Olga. Thanks, Olga. We got some stuff for you.
Yeah, she's in there. She said her next number by Friday is $45. So Rock Lab 45.
Olga, that's low. That's low. That's too easy. Come on, Olga. You can do better than that, man. Come on. By next Friday, come on. What do you think, Brett? What do you think, bro? Next Friday, we're gonna drop back down into the 30s, or you think we're gonna keep on pushing up? And what do you think?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm still waiting every week now. Every week I'm thinking, is this the week where we get some Golden Dome news? I don't know.
Yeah.
When that happens, who knows? I mean, it all depends on their allocation of this. Because what I think the first round is going to be a total of 25 billion, kind of for like deposits for companies, right?
Not just Golden Dome, but Space Force has got 24 billion, and the 4-star general for Space Force was just in New Zealand and was at Rocket Lab hanging out with Beck and all the big wigs. Well, Francisco will tell you, 4-star general don't just show up for no reason, bro. There's a lot of money out there. I said this before. 10% of that is $15 and $20 billion in cap. That's not including the total 175 billion allocated for the Golden Dome over the next 3.5 years. That's big money, bro. That's big money.
Yeah. Chris, all got changed it for you. She said now 50 very soon. So she went up to 50.
That's my girl. That Olga. That's my girl. I love some Olga, bro. She is, and she's not wrong, man. She's not wrong. You can get almost 52, honestly. That sounds crazy. 47, 48, and kind of riding that line for next week makes a lot of sense. But and you guys know I hate numbers. I hate numbers, but I can read some charts. I think Olga's spot on. She's our good luck charm. She's our good luck charm. So why not? Let's just cheer her on. Let's do it.
Yeah, but it's hard to tell where it will go up. Like I'm with Brett. I'm like, that's why you see my post like back in May, like I put I think I had mine at 45 at one point, then I went to 50. And then everything went down with Trump and Elon, and I saw that there was more news coming out. And I'm like, oh man, I just changed 50 to infinity, the infinity sign. I'm like, I don't know what this thing is gonna go up from here. But I'm with you, like that Golden Dome stuff, like that's crazy. And then like an announcement about the Flatellite constellation for Rock Lab, that will be another one. More Haste launches that will be coming up. And
Exactly.
the Neutron,
What did Brett say?
about to open. Wallops is about to open. We have like so many stuff coming on in the second half. It's like it's unpredictable. I don't know where we're gonna go. It's at least 50. I know that.
Dude, what did Brett just say? What did Brett just say? If Neutron is successful, that's just a base case. That's a base case. Then yes, you add on Flatellite, and we've already got clients lined up. That's the entire. They wouldn't do it. They already said it. They wouldn't do it if they didn't have clients lined up, and it's for mass production. We know Beck doesn't say a lot, but when he does say things, you got to read between the lines. Mass production, that's big. That's very, very big. Very easy to.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, in that picture that Rocket Lab dropped of, the U.S. military coming over to New Zealand and meeting with Peter. When you see that man dressed up, showered, got some cologne on, broke out the watch, ironed the suit, shit's serious.
Yeah,
So,
it is.
I mean, that, and then, it's impossible to predict the short term with all these catalysts. Trump could tweet something, we could go down 10%, and then Elon could tweet something and we go up 10%. We got Q2 earnings coming up. We're going to get so many updates. We're going to get pictures of the launch pad. We might even see some pictures inside the buildings of Neutron. So, I mean, and I expect Q2 earnings for more color on the Neutron launch. Like, I would finally put this to bed. Are we, are they confirming this launch for the end of this year or not? If it does get pushed, I'd expect to hear it in this earnings call. So there's just too much volatility and variables going around right now. I mean, good luck trying to predict the short term. I'm not selling.
Yeah, I'm not selling either. Yeah, it'll be crazy to sell right now. And I was telling people that like at the end of June when I changed my prediction, I'm like, and my target price, I'm like, no, man, like I wouldn't touch it. You just gotta hold it because you don't know what's gonna happen. There's just so many good news that can drop at any time. We can get news tomorrow. We can get news next week. You don't know. But definitely, like you said, I got it up right there. Like we're gonna get the earnings call. That's gonna be crazy, I think, too. I agree with you. And we might get some of those what is the path to launch, like yellow dots that we have there. We might get some green ones.
Yeah, it seems like they haven't really been updating them. It's kind of like I feel like the last couple of quarters they've just been doing it on like quarter calls. They just been refreshing them. So yeah, I mean we're gonna get so much news, and they love to just hoard PRs for earnings day. Like once they release earnings, they drop 4 or 5 PRs. My email blows up. I can't even get to them all. So I mean, they're always.
If you guys aren't selling, are you buying? We're at very high valuations right now. Just out of curiosity, because you guys know me, I'm way behind. So I'm following everything you guys do and say, and I'm treating this as if I'm a brand new investor. So yeah, we're at high, dude. We are at high valuations, but looking out at a 3 or 5 year timeline, everything we've talked about when it comes to Neutron, Flatellite, we can't even get past the tip of the iceberg on some of this stuff.
Right.
Not in one live stream, but and don't take it like, hey, I'm giving financial advice and whatever. No receipts, as always, guys. This is Haste Club. We're laid back, but are these bad prices? What do you think?
It's hard to tell, man. For me, like I will start mining a little bit. If I didn't have a position on Rocket Lab, I wouldn't just go 100%. I will buy a small. I will add like maybe weekly or something like that. But in a pullback, like I would definitely add. And then market always pulls back at least twice a year. We already had one this year, so I'm assuming we're gonna have another one at some point. And like at that point, I got some cash on this island, not a lot, and I will definitely add. If we get a pullback, you better bet that I'm buying a lot of Rocket Lab and making my position a lot bigger.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Like I mentioned earlier, I kind of have a problem DCAing up, but I do already have a full position. I have 5 companies in my portfolio, and Rocket Lab is about, now with this recent run up, it's probably 50%. Palantir and Rocket Lab make up like 85% of my portfolio. So I don't know if I'll be adding here, but if I didn't have a full position, I would probably be, adding some small here just to kind of start the position, and then if it does dip, DCA heavier to try and grow it out.
Exactly.
Love that. Love it. Yep. Hey guys, from the best. I mean, the best of the best. And these guys have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, but this is what they do daily. So it's as if they're talking to their own kids. And so yeah, it's always a lot of fun here. We try and take it, laid back, not be too serious, but it's it's always important to get the good information, the inside stuff. I'm sure we're probably missing a few things in the chats. If you guys see anything in there, please update me. But again, thanks everyone. This has been a lot of fun.
Is there any news that you guys need to cover? Like you guys already covered that the earnings call, it was set for Thursday, August 7th. I wonder what the shot thinks is gonna happen. Like anybody in the shot think we're gonna see any crazy pictures on the August 7th? Like what you guys think Rocket Lab is gonna give us? They always do, man. Like every earnings call, we've been getting like new pictures and new stuff. So we definitely getting something.
I think they'll definitely highlight the second stage test stand. I don't think that's new, right, from last quarter?
That's new, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, and it looks pretty built up. Have you seen the satellite pictures?
Yeah. At first, when I saw those satellite pictures, it's kind of grainy. I thought it was like the hippo fairings, but then I saw some on ground pictures. I was like, oh yeah, that looks like a little test stand.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna be done by then too. I mean, they said they're gonna open up Wallops by the summer. We in the summer, so I wonder how much left they got. Imagine if they do the freaking earnings call at Wallops. That would be cool. If they should do something like Palantir. Like somebody said that. Like, didn't they do like a live like YouTube like earnings call? That would be crazy if they do something like that, but at Wallops, like on the pad. That would be freaking crazy.
That would be crazy. Yeah, Palantir does around the table, all the execs, Tarp, Sham, Dave Blazer, they're all live, talking about the quarter and Q&A. So it's nice to see the webcam too, with them all together.
Yeah.
So I mean, if Rocket Lab did something like that, even if it was in New Zealand at the Electron pad, it would still be pretty wild to watch.
No, I should send Peter Beck a message and tell him they should do around the pad, the Neutron pad. They just go around it. Sitting on top of it, that thing looks really nice.
Let's see how the retail investor community Neutron party at Wallops evolves, because it will be annual, at least once a year for Neutron. So maybe we can coincide and getting close to earnings call. Get backstage passes. get some more insight, get more friendly with Beck, and do a lot more, for investors overall. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, hearing him talk about maybe doing a a launch pad tour for the retail seems really badass. I think everyone would enjoy that.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna go, Brett?
To the maiden launch or the tour?
Yeah. No, the tour. Yeah, I guess it's to the.
Yeah, I mean, just dates depending. Like if I can make it work, I'm there. I don't care about anything else. I'll be there if the dates work out for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there for both. I'm definitely there for that. The shareholders or whatever he wants to call it, like investors day, whatever, like, and do the tour. I'm not gonna miss that one for sure.
Well, I know. Look, I know everybody's like been waiting for. All right, let's be fair. I've been kind of putting this off for a while, and yeah, we're planning this party on Wallops, and I've kind of put off announcing the dates, but I'm waiting for confirmation from Core Memory and Ashley Vance as far as availability. That's exactly what it's about. A lot of doors would be open for us as investors. Having someone like an Ashley Vance on site with us, I think you can kind of read between the lines on that. But yeah, so we are aiming at late September, early October. Can't give exact dates because I'm waiting for a confirmation from them, but that's exactly what it is. And once I hear back from them and they're like, yeah, Chris, we can do it these dates, then I'll start sending out confirmation and all the details needed for the party.
Chris, are you trying to time this with the maiden launch, or is this just a party for everyone to meet up?
Yeah, no, we're not going to try and so trying to do this for the maiden launch is going to be impossible because they could scrap this thing 4 or 5 times, and we're trying to be there for a week. It's not going to happen. And it'd be a lot easier for the likes of, say, I don't know, a Spice or a Beck to be more available, or at least some sort of representative from Rocket Lab and go, hey, you guys want to come backstage, get an up close view, because we're not under the stress of trying to have a launch. So I think it'd be more beneficial to us as investors and have more opportunity to see a lot more. Yeah, we all want to see the launch. We all want to be there, and I plan to be there if I can. And of course, everyone's invited to that as well. But as far as this party, it's not going to be focused on the launch.
Yeah, we should try doing it for that investors day tour that they want to do. I think we should like plan it around that time. That way everybody's there, party and do the tour. And I think that'll be the best option in my opinion. Like yeah, I know, like, Brad, you want me to go out there, you said, for the ASTS lounge. You guys have a date on that? Like, I'll meet you out there. That's out of here, out of Patrick, Cape Canaveral.
Yeah, Cape Canaveral. They don't have a date yet. I think as of now it's just tentatively like late August. But yeah, I mean, when we get more information, I'll share it.
I'll definitely meet you out there for that.
Jacob might be busting down around the country too, so maybe he'll be there. And Chris, you're welcome. Anyone's welcome.
Oh yeah, dude. Speaking of Jacob, you guys know the whole "Where's Waldo" thing, right? So we're gonna play a game over the next few weeks. We're gonna play "Where's Jacob," and he's just gonna pop in live randomly, whether he's in the desert in Arizona or some mountains in Colorado or somewhere in the Mississippi, traveling down the river, whatever Jacob's doing. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this, man. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, so we're playing. It's not "Where's Waldo," it's "Where's Jacob." And he has no idea about this. I just decided to do this like 10 minutes ago, and that's what we do here. So Jacob, you're going live like at least 6 or 7 times over the next few weeks, bro. So get prepared, and we'll have some fun with it. But yeah, good luck on your journeys, man. I'm sure it's not easy, but we're family here, and we support everyone. So yeah, we're gonna support you, bro, all day, all day.
Well,
If he has a Starlink terminal with him, he can go live in some pretty cool
he
spots
does.
and share it with us. So it'll be cool.
That's true. That's true. He does has a Starlink terminal. He said it last night. So yeah, he's gonna be able to do that for us. And I told his guys like the other thing is that at 50, I will eat my hat, man. So I gotta get my blender ready. That thing might be coming quick. So I'm gonna put a blender here. I'm gonna try to pull a Peter bag and like eat my hat. Once we hit 50, I didn't know that. I told Chris and these guys that, and next thing you know, Scotto he posted today that he's gonna eat his hat at 52. So I guess the two of us are gonna be eating hats like once we hit 50.
I'll be watching
Yeah,
that one.
Scotto up to zany, but yeah, at 50. And at the same time, at 45, I told Yanni, I said, hey man, just trim off like 10 shares and you can pay for that tattoo, and I'm gonna have to
Oh,
get it. So
45.
yeah, Francisco's gonna be eating his hat soon, and I'm gonna be getting a tattoo soon. Um, all live because for your own entertainment, and yeah, we're crazy, man. We just have fun. Again, we're family. Who's next? Who's next? I want to see somebody step it up, and what's the next crazy challenge?
Yeah. Oh, I had a question for Brett. Brett, what you think is happening with Rocket Lab now that they're delivering like pretty much all the satellites they've built? Like, I think their factory must be very empty, unless they're like pushing like satellites, which I hope they are doing that. Because I mean, everything they're not working with BARDA anymore. The two satellites from Mars they were done last year, and all the Global Star satellites. I think more than half of them are already pretty chipped out. I'm pretty sure there are because Global Star just got the second contract with SpaceX for the next launch next year at some point. Yeah, so I think like the factory must be very empty.
Yeah, you're talking about like backlog for the satellites, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
if I could have one gripe with Rocket Lab, it would be about the backlog growth. I think they were expecting to win a lot more contracts over the last
Right,
year or
right.
two. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I think you remember they made a comment on one of the earnings call that they're going to double
yeah.
it, and
Hmm.
it stayed flat for the last year and a half. So that's pretty much my one gripe with them. Obviously, they
Yeah,
can only control so much, but I thought they just got some satellites approved out of the planning stage.
yeah. The SDA ones, yeah,
Yeah,
like but those like well, that's the contract that we had like we got last year. That was the last contract we got
yeah,
for
yeah,
what is
yeah.
it, 17, 18 satellites, right?
18,
So they just
18.
approved, yeah. But then other than that, we haven't had a contract for over a year, man. And then you're right, Spice. Like around this time last year, he said the second half we're expecting to double the backlog, and nothing happened. I was thinking, and I told Chris this that they were gonna get the Apple Global Star contract,
We know how that went.
and yeah, that
Yeah,
yeah, it didn't
yeah.
go through. But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I hope we get something soon, man. And
yeah,
now I hope that they're really pushing Flatterlight. That's what I hope they're doing.
yeah. I think it's kind of obvious they were expecting to win a couple of those contracts that they lost out
Mhm.
on, making that aggressive assumption that they're going to double, and it stayed flat. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. What would they be using their satellites for though at this point?
Yeah, I have no idea. But even if you put a few of them up there just to test the systems, I know didn't ASTS did the same thing. The first two satellites they put up was just to test the systems, right?
Yeah,
So at least put something up there and see what happens and try to learn from it. I mean, if you have Neutron, why not? Like that's what I would do for sure. And I think Peter Beck says it's time to be bold. I'm sure that if he has the chance to put a few satellites in there, I'm pretty sure he'll do it. I would. And I know that like if you follow the company for a while, you know that they've done this before with Electron. They test a lot of stuff, even stuff for Neutron or Electron. So I don't see why they wouldn't put satellites on Neutron for a test. Like that makes sense to me.
yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, I think it'd be a good way to, R&D.
Mm. Cheap R&D.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, we're
they
gonna
did
see
that
more.
even.
We're gonna see more correlation with Space Force and the DoD when it comes to Flatellite and Neutron. But again, we've been here for a while, and normally Brett's like, I got like 10 minutes, and I gotta get off. We've had this guy on here for almost an hour.
It's a good
So
day, man.
thank you,
So, what do you
dude. Thank
think,
you
Brad?
so much.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
I do want to ask you. I know you've got like limited time, but before we get too crazy in here, um, thoughts on Kratos? What do you think about Kratos?
Yeah, and I know
That's one of my favorites.
you guys are both invested, right?
I am.
You are.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you know, I was actually looking at their company the other day. It seems like they have a lot of good stuff going for them. They're definitely an interesting company. I was looking at their website. It's just too much for me to follow. They have their hands in so much stuff. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And I know they have that. They're kind of working with Rocket Lab there.
Mhm.
They're definitely an interesting company. I think they might be one of the future like big defense companies. But I haven't invested in them. It's just been too much for me to look at. So I mean, I don't have too many thoughts actually.
Doing a lot
Actually,
of
okay,
stuff.
so that's awesome, and we know you to be a very good person with numbers and very good person with research. So, how about a small challenge? We say 3 to 4 weeks, and we do some individual research, and then we come back together here live, and we do a bit of a deep dive on Kratos. Um, no, investing advice or nothing, crazy like that. Just whatever you find. I mean, you're really good at what you do, bro. I don't know if you guys follow Jacob. Sorry, not Jacob, but Brett. Um, guy's brilliant. He's freaking brilliant. And he's so humble about it. He's just this very humble guy. Um, I'm gonna meet him soon because I'm gonna do a drive-by water feature install and just leave a bill on his front porch. Uh, he's gonna get one whether he likes it or not. But no, man. In all seriousness, this is why we have these kind of people on. They're great at what they do. So the fact that, dude, that's more exciting. I mean, Francisco and I and Yanni Mac, we've started kind of getting into Kratos a bit here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few of us are invested into it, but I think it's fair to say that there's a lot more to uncover and kind of get into, and I think there's going to be some correlation with Rocket Lab.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think there's more to find out. So yeah, man, it'd be a lot of fun, man, if we just kind of do this challenge. Uh,
I'll tell you
give
what
it
I
a few
like
weeks.
about Kratos. I think the CEO, like, have you look into their CEO? The CEO is really good, and like last month, he actually purchased a lot of shares. Like, and they just got also like they got a new upgrade. I don't know if it was City too. They upgraded them from 50 to 60, like today or yesterday. Yeah, I think it was today or yesterday. They got upgraded to 60. But
Yeah,
it's a
Yeah,
great
that
company. They I think they're gonna be big in the drone sector. They've been testing these drones like here in Florida, the Panhandle. There's a test facility there for the Air Force, and they'll be testing these drones. They fly with the fighter jets for many
oh, same
years.
here.
For
Same here.
many years.
Same
I
here.
like
Out of
that.
Langley.
That actually was what got me into Kratos first. It was only like $15, $20. I got in at 20. I was selling Chris and
Yeah,
Jonah to look
yeah.
into it.
He was.
Like, dude, this company is
I
buying
gotta be
stuff,
honest,
man.
man. I gotta be honest, man. Francisco was like, "Hey, man, we're missing out. You guys gotta buy." And me and Yana were both like, "Nah, we don't see it." And he was like, "I'm buying. Screw you guys. You're gonna lose out." And I think it was like 3 weeks ago. He was like, "Man, I should have bought more." And I'm pissed because I'm like, "Hey, Yanni, I think we were wrong." He's like, "You're damn right, we were wrong." Francisco had this thing nailed in the head. Um, because again, Golden Dome, um, uh,
They're gonna
space
be a
defense,
player.
a big player, man, really big player. I like it. So yeah, man, I think it'd be fun. It just little fun project, little side project. Do some research, and we come back on live and see what we come up with. What do you think?
yeah. I mean, that sounds fun. I'll add it to my list to do a deep dive on, and we can come back and Francisco can sell me on them.
I mean, I just like all the cool stuff that they're doing, and they're actually priced very well. Like their drones, Nordstrom and Boeing, they're all doing the same stuff, even Andrew. But like Kratos drones are like cheaper, I guess, than like the competition, so they can build more and like at a cheaper prices. It's better. And I just like everything they're doing, man. They just, like you say, it's a lot. They're in a lot of stuff. But even if you get into the Haste, they got pretty much, not Haste, but hypersonics. The government gave them a lot of money for that, and they're the ones in charge of it, handing out all these contracts to Rocket Lab, like Stratomaunch, and all these other players. But even the CEO said it like, oh yeah, for the next few years, hypersonics is gonna be our number one earner for like the company. So
That's bullshit.
that's
Rocket
gonna,
Lab too.
yeah, that's,
Well,
yeah,
it's like
Rocket.
since Spectre just signed a big contract with Exo Launch. Well, guess who? Guess who Exo Launch is a middleman for? Um, Rocket Lab and Falcon 9. So we've already launched for Synspective several times. Odds are we need more backlog than the billion we already have backlog right now. Uh, we can speculate about that all day and have more fun about that all day. Uh, but yeah, the whole Kratos thing, man. Look, hey, the worst possibility is that we just have some fun and joke about it. you know, we can bring all the numbers and bring all the facts, but at the end of the day, man, we gotta have some fun with it. There's plenty of YouTube channels. There's plenty of things out there that can get you stressed out and worried about investing. It's not what we're trying to do here whatsoever. We're way more laid back. Um, yeah, we want to educate people and help people out, but at the same time, it's not about facts and numbers and that kind of crap bores the hell out of me. We're gonna bring them. I mean, earnings season is coming up, and we do have some great guests coming on for earnings season. And when you talk about numbers, we got numbers. We got some numbers coming down to where you will get just as bored as I do when it comes to freaking numbers. But yeah, man. Honestly, man, Brett.
I got a number for you, Chris. You say
Okay, okay.
at 45, you're getting your tattoo. You might be getting that tattoo this week, bro.
No, we gotta do it live at the party. We gotta do it live at the party. We'll do it on the Core Memory podcast with Ashley Vance.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Because hey, we're all doing that. You guys know that, right? You guys know that, right? That's gonna happen. That's why we have the delay on the announcement of the date is because we're waiting for them to secure a timeline. Once we do, man, this barbecue brisket, Fool's Gold is paying for all the drinks. Again, I'm Irish, so you better bring a lot of money, fools. You better bring a lot of money. Everybody's flying in. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If you're not in already, DM me. We are getting well. Actually, we're already overbooked, but I'm working on a second location. So yeah. Why exclude anyone? We're going, let's just have fun with it. Let's have fun with it.
I think we've been on for like an hour and 10 minutes. You guys got anything else? I know you like to keep it around 1 hour.
No, I don't have anything. I mean, just real quick, do you think Kratos is a competitor, or do you think Anduril is a direct competitor with Kratos?
Oh yeah, they do have like similar stuff.
Yeah.
I think yeah. They're definitely competing in some stuff. And Kratos, those satellites too. They're into a lot of stuff, like you said. They're all over the place.
I didn't know where to start when I got on their website. I was like, oh god. Like I obviously another connection with Rocket Lab, and I know they're into drones, but yeah, I mean, go on to their website and you'll get too much information.
Yeah, their website is full of stuff. They even do like autonomous driving for the military. They like for their vehicles. It's just crazy the stuff they do. They do like drones, like small drones, like they do everything, man. It is crazy everything that they do. So even if they land some of those contracts, which I think they will, they already have the hypersonics. They get some drones and some satellite stuff, man. They're gonna get some cash. And the stock for me was just screaming at $20. I'm like, oh man, this is a no-brainer, bro. This is a defense company. This is gonna go nothing but up. And they were getting a lot of coverage on their drones, the ones that they were testing out here in Florida. And I'm like, man, I'm really interested in that because I know the government's they're definitely trying to get some of those drones. We have a shortage. A lot of people don't know we have a shortage of fighter pilots. And if we're gonna go against China and stuff, they're gonna beat the crap out of us. We don't have enough pilots. That's the truth. So we are gonna need some sort of drones and something like that, some system like that. So I'm like, oh, that's why I like it.
And dude, he was screaming this to me and Yanni at 18, 19, 20, $23. He was screaming. He was like, dude, you've got to see this company. And you know me, Brett. I would not say, hey, do a deep dive into this if I know that you don't have a lot of time. So
Right now,
you know I would not ask you to deep dive, but this is I think you'll like what you're gonna find because yeah, Francisco's been 100% right so far, and we've missed out. We've definitely missed out on this, at least so
Right
far.
now.
But yeah, again, building for you're looking 3 to 5 years out. Yeah, we're probably still early, but yeah, let's come back together in about 2 or 3 weeks and let's do a deep dive on it, man. Let's go live with it. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome,
Be fun.
Sounds good.
awesome.
But yeah, I think that's
All right.
all for today, right? We don't have anything else other than what we cover. Also,
Yeah, as long as
maybe now that we have the FCC like launch that news that came out today from the FCC, the license for launch. When do you guys think Neutron is gonna launch? You guys think they're gonna get it done this year?
Oh, you're trying to start some drama with this one.
You gotta make it fun.
Hey.
Chris loves that.
you see that, hey, did we see that poster or that photo behind Francisco? Do you guys recognize that? Yeah, you guys see that? So yeah, I caught a lot of slack because I said that Neutron would be delayed, and I did not mean into 2026. I meant we're not going to see that in September. I live here. I see the construction. I see the advancements or lack of advancements, and what's either speeding them up or slowing them down. And again, I'm going back to the engine, the Archimedes. Everything else is in place. We're not waiting on components. We're not waiting on Wallops. We're waiting on the engine. That's exactly what we're waiting on. I do think that we are still going to see a launch this year before the first of next year. And I also think that whether people want to believe it or not, I mean, again, Flatlight, we're going to probably see a lot more contracts get built up. The current cadence for Neutron is very small. I'll just say that. It's very small.
We're waiting on an engine though. Peter Beck was born with an engine inside his crib, bro. This dude knows engines inside and out. I don't think we're waiting on an engine. That's just my opinion. This dude put an engine on everything. I mean, you know that, Chris. This dude will put an engine on top of his head.
Exactly. If that's the only that is the biggest obstacle. If that's the biggest obstacle, then we have nothing to worry about. That's my point.
No,
that's my point. No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I agree with Chris. I think, it's looking like the launch site is pretty much getting wrapped up here shortly. I still think we'll see a launch in 2025. It might not be till like the later end of Q4. I'm thinking November.
Yeah. That's great.
I'll say November, December launch, but yeah, I mean, we might even see Peter Beck out in the Wallops water riding around his jet ski.
Oh, he's freaking fighter jet. He has a fighter. This dude is like crazy with engines, bro. I don't think we have a problem with that. he is just so smart, man. This guy is like 1 in a billion. And you don't get people like Peter Beck like every day. This dude is like special.
You guys are special, man. You guys are
There you go,
special.
Chris.
You guys are definitely special, man. I can't believe. Look, man, I'm still like in awe that Brett is on here tonight because the guy's got like 1,000 kids in 5 countries in 4 jobs. I don't know how he does it, but somehow he pulls it out. No, I'm just kidding. He's just always very, very busy. Uh, Usually, you can catch him Wednesdays on X. They do a live stream on X. Our good buddy, uh, we love to call him Jacob, but Jacob Keating, in space, they host with Brett, and they do a great job. They have amazing guests on. They just had Ashley Vance on, and obviously, Brett knows his stuff. Man, the guy's great. So again, thanks so much for your time tonight, bro. I was hoping for like 5 or 10 minutes. This is way more than I could ever hope for. I do want to have the whole Kratos thing in a few weeks. If you have the time, do some research. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks everyone. This has been a lot of fun tonight.
Thanks.
If I missed anything in the chats, please, bring it up. If not,
One more thing. I got you. What do you guys think about Jim Cramer saying bye on Rocket Lab?
Maybe
He said,
maybe he's making a revenge. Maybe he's got it now.
he's saying yeah. He said like bye, one of the hottest stocks in the universe. What do you guys think about that? He did that with
Trading
Palantir,
puts.
like on the way up too. I think
Trading
he
puts.
did.
He did it on both ends. Sometimes he would tank us. Sometimes he would.
Oh yeah, but he did it at last on the way up, right? Now on this run up, he did it again, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's flip flopped like 5 times. Don't take. He's an idiot.
He is, man. He is.
Yeah,
Exactly what I was saying earlier, man. It's the analyst. And I emphasize the word anal.
Exactly.
Analyst. They tell us all the wrong stuff.
Exactly.
Especially if you're a new investor, man, don't listen to me. Okay? Don't listen to me. Also, don't listen to Kramer or MSNBC. But the guests that we have on here are freaking brilliant, and follow them. And again, take it with a grain of salt, but learn, from their mistakes and learn what they're doing right, and make yourself a better investor. Not financial advice, but they do it every day. They do it every day. They put themselves out there. They take a lot of risk by doing that, but they're trying to help everyone out. So, yeah, it's worth a follow. Again, Francisco is amazing. Having Brett on here is a rare opportunity. So excited. So this is just amazing having this guy on here. I could talk to this guy for 5 or 6 hours and still not hit everything I want to talk about. And you guys know exactly what I mean. But thanks again, both of you guys, stepping up, helping out the community, helping out the Hustle Brothers. You guys are Hustle Brothers yourselves, family. That's why we do it. It's not about ourselves, it's about the whole entire community. Been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. We are definitely going to do this Kratos deep dive in a few weeks. I can't wait to hear your feedback and info. So, yeah, Brett, do what you do best, bro. And we'll see you in a few weeks, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, and thanks, Francisco, for spreading that invite. I know I told you, Chris, I was going to get on here, so I'm glad I finally had the time. But yeah, let's do the Kratos deep dive. That sounds fun.
Awesome, man.
Awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm taking over from Leanne. I guess I gotta say, mate. Thanks, mate.
Mate, that's right.
Yeah.
And brava. You gotta say brava too. Brava with a brava accent.
Yeah. No, he's on vacation, so I've been helping him out. Like, this is usually not what I do. I'm never even like to put my face on a screen or actually talk in public, but whatever. It's been fun though. I love Rocket Lab, so I don't mind doing it. But thanks, Brett, and thanks, Chris. I guess we see everybody tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you guys, man, so much. This has been a lot of fun. Brett, bro, that's a great surprise. It's like an early birthday present. Again, August, I'll wear a size 10 in Rocket Lab shares. So, you know, but no, dude, for real. Thank you so much for coming on. Huge surprise. Made my day. Love you, bro. Can't wait to talk more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
See you guys.
See you.